Hello? Hope y'all can hear me. I just had to turn my mic on. Anyways, guys, welcome back to another video. Tonight I'm gonna be making a video on the Week 3 NFL predictions. Now, before I make this video, I just want to make it very clear. I was gonna do this yesterday. That's why I have this whole picture thing set up. Because every time I save it in there, it just deletes. I don't understand why, but... Anyways, guys, we're going to be doing this NFL tier list, or NFL Week 3 predictions, and my god, we got some games this week. But I also want to put out so, basically, there was a lot of stuff that happened tonight, and, yeah. Oops. But, yeah, guys, we're just going to get right into this. I don't want to talk about what happened tonight. This video would have been out earlier, but whole crazy freaking day, and also I have bad headache because another thing happened a couple days ago. But let's just get right into this video. Anyways, the Niners, we got the Giants heading to San Francisco to take on the 49ers. The Giants, oh my goodness, they got destroyed in 6 quarters, allowing 60 points plus. In 6 quarters, getting shut out 60 points. 60 points. And then coming back to beat the Arizona Cardinals. The Niners. I didn't really see what really happened in that game. All I saw is there was a lot of rushing touchdowns in that game. And Debo just had to cook the Rams again. Which is funny, because that's what he literally does. But yeah, Christian McCaffrey is him, so I think I heard something about Saquon Barkley's a little bit banged up. I think he's injured. He might not come back for this game. He might come back for the next game. But either way, I don't know what the Giants are going to do this season because they're just a weird football team. I still think Brian Daboll is good and all, but my God, the turnovers are back for Daniel Johnson. He just cannot do that. But anyways, I got the 49ers coming out with a win no matter what, 17-28. I think the Niners are ready for this game, and it's in San Francisco, so 17-28 is the final score. Next up, you got the Detroit Lions heading to Atlanta, let me rephrase that. Atlanta Falcons going to Detroit to play the Lions. The Falcons, they look like a great team. They are such a great team. Their defense is playing well. Their run game is good. Desmond Ridder was balled out kind of against the Packers, and that's good for Falcons fans. Falcons fans are really happy to see that. But we just don't know about Desmond Ridder yet, and we got to see more of him. I think he's gonna be their. I don't know if he's gonna be their guy, but I think he's gonna be their quarterback for a couple of years if he keeps playing how he did against the Packers. And then the Lions lost C.J. Gardner-Johnson for the entire season due to a pec injury, I think, and that's a big loss for the defense. But we know the Lions, they lose these guys and they still play well. And the Lions looked like a complete team against Seahawks, but Seahawks just outscored them. You know, I predicted it. I thought the Seahawks would just win. The Seahawks have a tough schedule. They have to win somehow. I got Seahawks losing a lot of games this year and winning some games this year. So, and that was one of the wins I had for the Seahawks. But in this game, I don't see much happening with this game. I think the Falcons are going to struggle sometime. So I think they're going to struggle against Detroit. So I got the score 10-24. Detroit Lions win it. I think the Lions' defense is going to be good enough to hold them from scoring so many points. And I think the Lions, and I just think the Falcons have to like be controlled. So this is a these teams lose these games. So Falcons, it's fine to lose this game, but 10-24 final score, Lions win it. Next up, you got the no. You got the Chargers heading to Minnesota. Are you kidding me? Do I have to talk about this? The Chargers. Oh god, I forgot who the frick they played. Hold up, let me check who they played. I totally forgot I had this wrote down though. Oh yeah, they played the Titans. Oops, my bad. But the Titans. Chargers. Yeah, that I didn't see much of the game either, but all I know is they were putting up points against Titans. And they did the same thing with Miami. Their offense is good, but Brandon Staley, there's signs for Brandon Staley to be fired because he's making them lose. And the Vikings, it's kind of like the Vikings too. The quarterbacks are doing good, but it's the coaching kinda. I'm not blaming the Vikings coach, forgot his name. But they're just coming up short against these games, and they've just lost them. But basically, whoever loses this game is going to be in a huge problem, and whoever wins this game has redemption they can get. But I'm going to take the Chargers here. I do think they're going to have redemption. Now, it would be funny if they lose this game, because originally I was going to take them to go 8-9 this year, just because of injuries and stuff. Or it could be this terrible coaching, like I've said. But I do have the Chargers bouncing back, getting a win. And the win, 23-14, Chargers win. Next up, you got the Saints heading to Green Bay. The Saints. I don't even know what the Saints are doing, but they're winning somehow. Had an ugly game against the Panthers, but their defense does look good. I think Jamal Williams got hurt, which is a big loss too on the Saints team, even though he didn't really do good at the run. I don't know what's going on with that. But Derek Carr, he played okay. Not really too special. The offense didn't really do much. Michael Thomas, I know, was having a great game in the first start. But yeah, that was just a disaster to see on the scoreboard. And then the Packers, well, they came up short against Atlanta. But Jordan Love has 3 touchdown pass games. But this is a weird game for me to predict because Aaron Jones is out. Elton Jenkins, I think, got hurt. It's just a mess right there. So I don't know who to take for this game. I don't know what the Saints are gonna do. So in this case, I do have a little bit of a high scoring game for whatever reason. I got the Packers winning 27-28 just because I don't know what the Saints are doing. I just don't know what their coaching is. I don't know what the frick are their coach is doing, bro. Like, get y'all's crap together, and they're gonna have to score higher amount of points in some kind of game. And I guess they'll be against the Packers since their defense is a little bit banged up. Next up, you got the Houston Texans heading to Jacksonville. And Texans, CJ Stroud didn't look bad. I'm happy to see CJ Stroud looks actually competitive. Nico Collins is looking better. And that team just doesn't really have that many weapons, though. Nico Collins is obviously probably will be a future number 3-2 receiver. But other than that, I don't know. They just need another offseason to grab more players, and I think this Houston team is going to be good because CJ Stroud has so much talent. But the Jaguars. What the frick happened to y'all in the red zone? We do not never need to see that game again, but like, dang, bro, what is wrong with y'all? What are you guys doing? You really scored you only scored 9 points with that offense. Come on. Well, as a Bengals fan. Okay, well, we don't talk about that. So I got the Jaguars winning, I guess, 14-26. I do believe in Houston's offense will get better. And hopefully Dameon Pierce can run the football more efficient. And yeah, Jaguars win. Next up, you got the Broncos heading to Miami. The Broncos. Oh, yeah. That Hail Mary. Congratulations on that Hail Mary. 2-point conversion. Yeah, the ref screwed you over. But for the Miami Dolphins, I don't know what's going on with Jalen Waddle. I have not seen any news about him after that concussion against New England Patriots, but the Dolphins ran the ball over. Like, first game against the Chargers, they were just scoring by passing. This game was more of the run game, and they ran over the Patriots and beat them 24-17. And yeah, I mean, but the Broncos going 0-2 is crazy, and I think they need a win somehow. So why not Miami going back to Florida, losing a home game in an upset? Upset of the week alert is the Broncos beating the Dolphins. And I got the score 24-30 because I think the Broncos need to bounce back in some game, and this is going to be the game for it. I think their defense is going to hold Tua. And if Jalen Waddle's not playing, then that makes this, yeah. I think Tyreek Hill is going to get unleashed for another 100 yards or so. But yeah. Also, upset of the week last week. Wait, hold up. Let me check. Who was the upset of the week last week that I took? Who was it? Yeah, I took the Panthers for the upset of the week over the Saints, and even if they won, that would never been the upset of the week. But anyways, next game, Titans in Cleveland. The Titans, they beat the Chargers in an unexpected win. But the Titans, they have a team. They can still win games. But, yeah. Titans, you did a good job. Not doing that many turnovers. Or, I don't know. I didn't watch the game either. I was busy on the Bengals game. Anyways, the Browns. Chubb is out for the whole season. That is your career. That is your entire season. That is everything. You are going to have to frick everything. I'm just kidding. Okay. I'm just kidding, guys. I'm just kidding. Their season is not over, though. I thought it was as soon as they lost Nick Chubb. But Kareem Hunt, their savior, has came back to Cleveland. And is filling in for the spot for Nick Chubb. But I don't think he's going to fill all the pieces for the offense just because Nick Chubb is so much better than him. But Kareem Hunt's not bad. He's a really good running back. He's going to show some run game at least there. And yeah. See what they do there. But I do have the Titans upsetting the Browns just because I don't know what they're going to do. And this is Kareem Hunt's first week coming back to Cleveland. So, I did have the Titans upsetting. I do have the Titans really upsetting the Browns 24-16. Just because I don't know what the Browns are going to do about the game. Deshaun Watson still looks shaky. He can make some really good throws, but then he could just freaking do the first pass in that game. And also, Browns, don't worry. That was a horrific game. And we just never talk about that ever again. And I don't want to see that ever again. Well, kind of do, but imagine. Anyways, Bills at Commanders is the next game. The Bills. What did I say? What the frick did I say? I told everybody they were going to destroy the Raiders because it was going back to home. And every time they would go back to home, they would destroy. And look what it is. 38-10. What was the score I had that? I'm so upset right now. Because the score I had was, yeah, the score I had, it was 38-17. The Raiders needed one touchdown, and I would have had the exact same score right. Raiders, come on, you could have scored one touchdown. But instead, you know what? Frig the Raiders. But, yeah, the Bills destroyed. And the Commanders, they came back to beat the Broncos. And allowed a Hail Mary to happen, and also got away with a PI call. But the Commanders are 2-0. Good job for you guys, but I think this is where you guys lose. I think the Bills are going to win in a little bit of a dominant game. Not too dominant, but I got them winning 31-13. It's not going to be as bad as the Raiders game because I do think the Washington Commanders are going to be a little bit better. Basically 7-3 different score. But hey, at least you put up a fight. Kinda. That's not really a fight, but the Bills are good now. Hopefully. I don't know. Anyways, Colts and Ravens. Oh, Colts. Anthony Richardson looked good, got hurt, and we don't know if he's coming back for this game. But Gardner Minshew's there, and Gardner Minshew had a great game against the Texans, I think. Yeah, the Texans. And then you've obviously got the Ravens. Lamar Jackson had a really good game. Zay Flowers had a really nice game too. He was electric in that game. And they won. But Beckham did get hurt. He's a little bit banged up. And obviously J.K. Dobbins still out for the season. And that's the last time I'm talking about J.K. Dobbins. But I do got the Ravens winning. Just because. But this is an unexpected score. And I don't think anybody's expecting this. But Colts just always have this weird low-scoring game. So do the Ravens. So why don't I just mix it in? 6-17 Baltimore wins. It's just a weird score, but I'm sure the Ravens will be happy with that score because they're happy if they even win. But anyways, yeah, Colts, Ravens 6-17. Patriots at Jets. The Patriots almost came back to beat the Dolphins, but they came up short with that big Mike Gesicki. That was just crazy. I wish they would have converted that. That would have been so cool. But then the Jets. They got the crap beaten out of them by the Cowboys. And yeah, I bet they did not want that to happen. Yeah, no, they did not want that to happen. But it is what it is. But I do got the Patriots winning this game because they need a bounce back game, and they always end up beating the Jets anyway. So I got this game 28-14. Patriots. I like the Patriots for this game. They need a bounce back game. And yeah, there's that. Next up, you got the Panthers and the Seahawks. The Panthers, terrific Monday night game, and Bryce Young's offensive line is letting him down. And that's really much I gotta say. Seahawks. They came out and beat the Lions. Yep, they beat the Lions like I said they would. And there's not really much I could say about the Seahawks. Even though DK Metcalf did get a little banged up, though, I think. So just because of DK getting banged up, I think this is going to affect the Seahawks a lot. Even though they do got Lockett and Smith-Njigba if he does not come back for this game. Which I think he is coming back. I think it was already confirmed. But still, he's still a little banged up. So I got the Panthers actually upsetting. This is the last time I'm freaking taking you. If you lose this game, I swear to God, I'm never taking you on his picks again. So Panthers win. They get a bounce back game, 20-16. Hopefully they can win that game. I'm rooting for the Panthers. They're one of my favorite teams in the NFL. Next up, Kansas City. Oh, the Chicago Bears at Kansas City. Bears. Offensive line problems. Justin. Oh my God, Justin Fields. It's like every time he's like, it's a mess. It's just a mess there, and I just don't know how to explain it. But Chicago's a mess. And then for Kansas City, Travis Kelce only had 4 receptions for 26 yards and a touchdown. That's not really that good. And everybody is falling apart this year. I just don't know what it is with the start of the season. It's just insanity. Like, what? Also, you know what? I said the Broncos upsetting the Dolphins was the upset of the week. That's the second upset of the week. This is the upset of the week. I have the Bears winning in a shootout. Just because this happens all the time. The Bears will just randomly come out of nowhere and just do a shootout game. And it's going to be against Kansas City. 38-31, Bears win it. Now, this must be a bounce-back game. I do think Kansas City's going to be hyper and everything. But I just don't want to... I really like Justin Fields, so... But I do think the Bears will bounce back soon, if it's not even that game. But I will take the Bears for the upset of the week against Kansas City. The Cowboys going to Arizona. The Cowboys destroyed the Jets 1-1. Literally. And for the Cardinals, yeah. They blew a lead again. And they let the Giants win. But the Cardinals are unexpectedly competitive. And I don't know what they're doing. Like, I think they're tanking for Caleb Williams. I don't know what they're doing right now. Because they look like they could have won both of those games. And they could be 2-0 right now, competing in the NFC, which is crazy. Just with that roster. But I do got the Cowboys winning this game. I don't think the Cardinals are going to do much. I got this game 9-26. You got the Cowboys winning. It's just their offense ain't really doing much, and it's all the defense. So let their defense do what they could do to the Cardinals. But I'm not sleeping on the Cardinals this year because they somehow are just putting up points. And 9 points for the Cardinals is literally the Super Bowl to them. No offense. And for Sunday Night Football, you got the Pittsburgh Steelers heading to Las Vegas. The Pittsburgh Steelers. Minkah Fitzpatrick went to the hospital. There was a horrific game. Kenny Pickett threw to George Pickens, for that one play, got him a touchdown, but Kenny Pickett was just so uncomfortable in that game, and wow, it was turned into a disaster. But they still won. And for the Raiders, they got their butts kicked from the Bills. Yeah, they just could not stop them. So who do I got in this game? I really don't want to predict this game right now. And holy crap. This is not going to be, this is just not going to be any fun for the Raiders and Cowboys game. Or Raiders and Steelers game. So I got this game to be 21-10. 21-10. Literally 21, or no. Okay. Fine. I'll change the score. I got this game 21-19. I don't know what the heck. I just don't want to talk about this game. 21-19 Steelers win. Okay. Eagles at Bucks. Eagles are heading to Tampa Bay to take on the Buccaneers. Baker Mayfield has been balling out, man. I told her I didn't hate. Okay, you know what? I did hate on the Buccaneers. I didn't expect them to do this good. Just because of Todd Bowles. I knew Baker Mayfield was going to put up some kind of show, but Todd Bowles. And it's not really Todd Bowles doing anything. It's just Baker Mayfield, and he's taking his team to a whole new level. As for the Eagles, they beat the Vikings on Monday Night Football. And Eagles just look so unstoppable again. But they do actually look like fragile, or fraudulent, I should say, to some teams. Like the Vikings, they allowed them to come back a little bit. But the Eagles and Bucks, this should be a fun game. But, you know what? Buccaneers, you had your role. I got this game to be a dominant game with the Eagles, 38-11, just because. Just because I think Baker Mayfield's gonna have one bad. He's gonna have that bad game. You know, everybody knows he's got that bad game in him, and it's gonna be against the Eagles because the Eagles are gonna bring so much defense pressure, and I think the offensive line of the Eagles are gonna keep Jalen Hurts protected from that hungry Buccaneers defense. They're gonna get tired somehow. This is gonna be in Tampa, even though I got a dominant game, 38-11. And for the last game, Monday Night Football at 8 o'clock. You got the Rams heading to Cincinnati. Oh boy. Let's talk about the Rams before I start. Yeah. The Rams. Puka, bro. Puka. He's good. Matt Stafford looks like he's He looks like he's controlling himself, but you know he's throwing those interceptions. He's always throwing those interceptions. It's normal. But other than that, nothing really going with the Rams. Their offensive line didn't look terrible against the 49ers. Only allowed 1 sack on Matthew Stafford, I think. And their defense doesn't look that bad either. As for the Bengals now. The first half of that game was horrible. They did get that kick return, which was so cool. I did not expect that to happen. And then the second half, they started playing better football. 32 yards in the first half, and then they changed that to like 180 something or 190 something in the second half, which is what I like to see. And they just need to be consistent. But the bad thing now is we lost that game, couldn't get the ball back. Final score was 27-24, but Burrow reactivated that calf injury, and we don't know who's starting for this game. We don't know when he's coming back, if he's going to be out. We just don't know anything. And there's 2 ways this can go. Either Jake Browning starts this game, or Burrow starts this game. And if Jake Browning starts this game, I think there's still going to be an upset. No. I won't say that. If Jake Browning starts this game, I think the Rams might get away with a win here. But if Burrow starts this game, I've got the Bengals winning 35-14. Just because he needs a bounce-back game. He really needs a bounce-back game. Offense needs a bounce-back game. Everybody needs a bounce-back game. I don't expect the Rams to be consistent for a long time. You know, they're going to fall apart one game or a couple games, so why not be this one? But the thing is, we just don't know what the frick is going on in Cincinnati, so if Burrow starts, I'm just going to take it 35-14. And the Bengals desperately need a win anyway, so there you guys go. There's your Week 3 NFL predictions. Holy crap, we're about to go 30 minutes into this. But anyways, guys, I'm going to get this crap uploaded so you guys can watch it. And make sure you like and subscribe. And yeah, we'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.